on the channel, we gear up for war with the Dungeons & Dragons NECA 50th Anniversary Warduke.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another NECA unboxing and review. And today we're back to the land of D&D, Dungeons & Dragons, that is, for the old school cartoon version repaint 50th Anniversary Warduke. But for all your Dungeons & Dragons needs and all your other NECA needs, make sure you head over to Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. But of course, Warduke, no stranger to the channel, as we did unbox the regular version of Warduke. This one I was originally saying I'm going to pass on. Then you see it in person, you're like, oh my gosh, I like this more than I thought I would. I love the whole presentation of this, and I do like those old school colors, of course, from the classic LJN Dungeons & Dragons line. Told the story numerous times when we've talked Dungeons & Dragons on the channel. Don't understand it, still don't understand it, don't know anything about it. But I did have one of the figures when I was a little kid, and I had no idea what toy line it was from, because days before the internet, you'd get figures here and there, and you just kind of forget over time. And that was one of the cool things about the LJN figures I had. And Chris Starr, very similar, which we talked about in Marvel Legends as well this year. So always kind of cool to see some of these, and I'm a sucker for a repaint, especially in some of these NECA figures in the Dungeons & Dragons line that come with different weapons, different shields in this case, different head sculpts and stuff. You can make them feel different than their other counterpart. I'm a sucker at the end of the day, that's what it is. But of course, another thing that it is we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's bring on the war with Warduke. Dungeons & Dragons at the top right there. It does say evil action figure, so you know he's a bad dude, a bad dude. Dungeons & Dragons, like I said, fully articulated player character, Warduke, the evil fighter. He's fighting for evil. Big bubble window here. Love the hard card back on this. Man, just a love letter to 80s toys. Very simplistic packaging design. I mean, it truly is a love letter. We got the blurb on the front of the package. That's an all-timer. That's a power move from the couch, Todd. That's what that is. Todd McFarlane on the couch for those keeping track at home. Warduke fights as a remorseless, cold-hearted mercenary who works for coin. Oh, he's working for that coin. Oh boy. The evil swordsman serves Kellak as a cohort adventuring companion from time to time. He wields a flame-tongue longsword and wears a dread helm. He never removes his helmet to reveal his face to others, but the visage beneath it is that of a grim, hideously scarred gladiator. How about that? How about that? Then on the back of the package, Cross-Sell City. So we see the 50th Anniversary Collection, Strongheart, which I'm here is shipping right now. Warduke right here. Oh, we got our old friend Rock and Roll, evil half-orc assassin. Definitely got to get that one so I can display both looks for him. And then Elkhorn was the toy I had as a little kid, never knew who he was. That plays all the hits to my old toy, so I got to get that one for sure. Then at the bottom, you got the original NECA ones, which we've unboxed all these on the channel. Notice Grimsword is not getting a 50th Anniversary Collection, so for those keeping a track at home, he won't be a part of this fun, I guess. Now, how am I going to get this out of the package? That's the other... Ooh, I like this too. The NECA logo looking like the old LJN logo. I think that's cool as well. But can I get him out of the package here? There we go. Just like that. You got to go in through the bottom. I'm a master of going in through the back door of things. Let me tell you that. But there it is. Looking good here on the package. See you later. Goodbye. All right. Plastic prison time. Warduke, he means war, and he means twist ties, like a young Todd McFarlane from the couch once again. Twist ties all over. They don't want Warduke going anywhere, and I get it. You don't want him escaping. You don't want him getting out loose, out in the wild, things like that, but we got to cut all these twist ties out for him. Oh, we even got a little extra bubble here for the shield. Pop that shield out. Bam! See you later. Goodbye. All right. Oh, twist ties at the feet, too. He's really locked in there. Maybe I should have took this offline. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I don't know what Dungeons and Dragons is. I don't know. It's a card game, isn't it? There's some dice and dice rollers and rock and rollers, like a young Gary Gygax, of course. And I always talk about my love for the band. Old Eric Harris and the band Gygax out there. Always love them. Always that boogie metal, singing about D&D, things like that. See you later, goodbye. Unfortunately broken up after all these years, so no more Gygax, unfortunately. And then we're wrapped up here. Very protective. Bam! See you later, goodbye. All right, let's get down to business. Dare I say Dungeons & Dragons business? That's what we're going to get to. Official Dungeons & Dragons business. Anybody out there in the comments, because obviously this isn't known as a Dungeons & Dragons channel. I don't think it is. Maybe in some circles. I don't know. You guys tell me. Anybody ever played this D&D? This magical wizardry Dungeons & Dragons game? Anybody ever played this? You guys send off in the comments down below. Get the shield here looking evil. I don't know, look more evil than that. Got the horns at the top looking crazy. Got the gray kind of color going on. Got the handle on the inside and then nice touch of class right here with a little leather strap inside. Giving it a little extra detail. I am here for that. But we're not done. We got some swords and we got some tape. Oh, nobody likes tape, especially if it's on a cape, as we do know. But we got some tape there. We got two different swords here. We got a short sword and more of a knife on this one, but it's crazy. The knife's almost the size of the sword. Blue handle, got a little axe on the end, or I guess a little can opener on the end. That's what it looks like. Almost looks like an eagle's eye. Red jewel on this one, yellow and blue attack going on. Two different daggers, two different weapons. Choose your own adventure, as we do say. Then we get his long sword with flame effect and a different color flame effect here. I do appreciate the different colors on this. Steel blade, yellow handle, little red jewel there. Brown wrapped handle, and then bringing it all back home like a young Bob Dylan right here on the bottom in yellow, looking good. Here for that, so that looks good. So pretty much what we've seen in the past accessory style here, but now we got old Warduke out of the package. Feels like I'm back home again is what it feels like, because this does feel very familiar to us, especially that big helmet, but very cool, like flat blue color is almost what it looks like, and then the flat black paint for the face underneath, and then two piercing red eyes that just stare deep into your soul and grab all your secrets, I guess is what it does. You got kind of a jewel in the middle of the head as well. Beautiful helmet, of course, I talked about, not removable. Got some jewels on the back of the helmet as well. Looking very, very nice. And this is a wild guy here. He's got a wild outfit. So he's got no shirt on, but he does got a little bit of a kind of a Knights of the Round Table sleeve over here. Big protective forearm. And then he's got no protection on his right arm at all. Nothing going on. Two gripping hands on this guy for those keeping track at home. He does got a band around his bicep there looking interesting. And then you got a spot for his sword on his back. And then he's got a little bandolier over the top, a little strap, got some spikes on it, some red and black attack, looking interesting. And then we get down to the midsection here, and he's defending that Dungeons & Dragons Championship belt wherever he goes. He wears it all around like a young Tim Sylvia. You guys remember Tim Sylvia back in the UFC days, back in the day? Big giant of a dude, was world champion for a while, part of the Militich fighting systems, like myself, of course, a Militich guy back in the day, via Central Iowa. There you go, shout out to the Militich fight team. But Tim Sylvia was the UFC champion, and I was always hanging my head in embarrassment of him, because I would go to the wrestling pay-per-views at Hooters back in the day with my girlfriend, who's my wife now, and all my friends stuff. We'd go watch those. And Tim Sylvia would show up to those in the UFC pay-per-views because he was in town, you know. And he would wear that title belt wherever he went. And I remember one time we're at Hooters and across the street there's a gas station. There's Tim Sylvia filling up his car, and he's got the UFC title belt on as he's filling up the gas in his car. I was like, this guy is really living that title belt world right here. I guess he was so proud of that title belt, he never took it off. He'd go to Hooters, try to hit on the waitresses, never really worked out for him. He had all that kind of stuff going on. Just a weird time. And I was big into my UFC at that time too, so it was just strange. And that's whenever I see somebody with a title belt, I say, hey, you prepared to defend this belt right now? Walking around a wrestling show with a title belt, are you prepared to defend? And most of the time they are not. Well, Tim Sylvia probably would have defended, and he was like 6'9" or something, so I probably didn't want to defend against him, but neither here nor there. But back to Warduke here. He's got the title belt. He's like a young Tim Sylvia. He's wearing around wherever he goes, just challenging people left and right. You want a piece? You want a piece? You want a piece? Nobody wants a piece. They only want a piece of pie. Pizza pie, that is. Piled high. Yes, indeed. So there you go. But looking good. And then he did take a brief stop in Eternia to defend the belt, apparently. He got that loincloth straight out of Eternia, looking good. And then once again, on brand here, got the blue kind of chainmail on the side here, and then just the straight, no legs, nothing going on. Even different kind of boots going on. So just, did he dress himself in the dark? I don't know what he's up to. Warduke's a very complicated individual, but we do get a little holster on the side here to put his little sword. Get the little dagger on the other side as well. Got a little pocket on the back. Who knows what he's storing in those pockets, because he can't open it up, so we'll never know. Use your own imagination is what we'll say there. Arms do go around for us. Oh my gosh, could the joints be any tighter on this guy? I don't think they could be, but they do go all the way around. You get the side to side at the elbow, bicep cut, single jointed elbows, side to side as well, hands back and forth, side to side, head back and forth, not a whole lot of up, a little bit more down there. You do get a hula hoop, of course. You do get a little bit of leg splits going on. Not bad. He could mount a horse if he wanted to. Leg does go up, not terribly far. Bend at the knee, side to side at the knee, ankles back and forth, up and down. So kind of our usual articulation here for this old Warduke here. Man, oh man, are these joints tight? As they always say, you might want to heat them up just in case, just in case. And does he fit on the ringside collectible Mattel stand? Yes, he does. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% at Ringside Collectibles. So Warduke looking good, feeling good, ready to defend the world title belt of the Dungeons & Dragons universe all day long. But we do got the original version here from NECA. Similar but different. That's what we're going to call this one here. Just a little different color tones. A little bit more flat in the colors over here. A little bit more shiny. And then the yellow elements on the new one that we don't really have on the old one. I can see a lot of people saying, you know what? I don't need two of these, especially loose in my collection. Maybe you keep one of these on the card. These ones would be really nice to keep on display. And I open the other ones. You never know. Choose your own collectibles adventure, as we always do say on the channel. But I think most people are probably only getting one of these two. I don't know. You guys, once again, sound off in the comments. You got a lot to talk about in the comments. Could be writing novels to me. I'm here for it, though. I'm here for it. So there it is. Warduke, a little NECA. Any thoughts here? You guys picking this one up? Passing, long gaming, no gaming? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day, and then some. We're going to have more content for you on Patreon, including early access to all the YouTube channel videos from both channels. You also get all the glamour shot images ahead of time. You also get a monthly Q&A, monthly giveaway, dog stuff, pizza reviews, you name it. It's all going down on the old Patreon. You can also support the channel over at PressingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget Barnes & Noble exclusive hardcover, soft cover available on Amazon. It is The Complete Guide to Jakks Class Superstars by yours truly. Almost 700 pages of content here. A labor of love if there ever was one. And of course, if you want an autographed edition, hit me up on social media. SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Dungeons & Dragons 50th anniversary and Warduke 2, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.